Hi, it's Veronica with the Crafty Ladder. We are continuing with our paint tutorials for the home collection. These pieces are designed for the Apothecary Cabinet drawers. So the pieces usually have a height of less than 3.5 inches. So let me just get out my ruler so you have that little bit of frame of reference there. Okay, so they are not big pieces. And the color story we're using is white, brown, and black. Those are our base colors. And then we are using shades of green, blue, and purple for our accent colors. So I'm going to set these off to the side. And what we're working on now are the doormats and I'm trying to be careful there. This sign, which is the Home Sweet Home sign. So we'll start with this one, and I thought we would just continue on with the brown, white, and black for this particular piece. When you cut this piece out, you're going to have several letters that spell out home. Home, it comes in the door tag, it also comes in the banners, it comes here in the doormats, and so you just want to be careful that you're using the right size of letters. So when you put your pieces together before you paint, you just want to make sure you're using the right size letters. So we're going to go ahead and go with, I think we will do the entire piece white, and then we will do the sweet in black, and then the letters that spell home we will do in brown. So let me get the white paint, and for that we are using Folk Art Titanium White. Shake that up. And using some wet wipes to get that on there quickly. And when you do that, you might find that you need a second coat, so we will see. You're going to cover the score lines, but that's okay. They're just there as your guide. The guide for where the overlay goes. It just helps you with centering pieces, because I know it's a real struggle when you're trying to get your pieces centered and you're not sure where they go, so the score lines help you with that. The coverage is pretty good with that white. This is going to be black, so we're just going to avoid that area. This will be white. The coverage is pretty good. I was saying that we might need a second coat. I'm not quite sure yet. I might just do it for the heck of it, but it's looking pretty good. I'm just going to check the edges. Yeah, sure enough, I got some on the side there. If you get it while it's wet, it's really easy to come off, to get it off. The rest looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a moment there. I think it will need a second coat. And these pieces are going to be brown. And for that, I want to go ahead and bring in my little block. And as I've mentioned, if you've been following along the tutorials, I use my tape runner, which is double stick tape, and just run it along. This is a scrap piece of wood. Run it along, and it gets some tape on there, and that helps to get your pieces to stick on there so that you can quickly paint them up. And I always have this little piece. I usually have two. I don't know, I must have taken off the other one for some reason. This is a little sacrificial piece of wood, and it's just so that we don't get any edges along the outer edge of whatever piece you have there. So it's just a little sacrificial piece of wood. Kind of get that idea from woodworking when you're using a table saw. And so we want to use brown, and this is apple barrel brown oxide. And Goldie is giving me a look, so she wants to go outside. Let me let her out. I'll be right back. Actually, she was able to get the door open. She has figured out the trick of getting her nose in the little gap between the door and the the window, the door frame, and she gets her nose in there and she wiggles through and she gets her. She's a golden retriever, so she's a pretty big dog. She weighs about 80 pounds, but she's found how to get the door open. And no, she didn't bark. So sometimes when she has to go out, she'll bark and let me know she has to go out. But she just wanted to go. One of her favorite spots to hang out is the hallway that leads into the kitchen. And it's almost lunchtime, so I guess she's already got that on the brain. So she's over there waiting. So we're just going to come in here with the wipe and make quick work of this. And that's what's nice about getting these on the little block. It makes it really easy to come in and do all of the pieces. Just like that, a few seconds, you're ready to go. All right, and I will go ahead and give these a second coat. And I know I'm getting some white in the area that will be black, but that's okay. That black is really concentrated. It's got enough pigment in there that we don't really need to worry about coverage. Kind of debated about whether to use our accent colors, the shades of blue, purple, and green for this piece, but since it's really a little silhouette of a house, I thought it might be more appropriate to go with our base colors, the brown, the white, and the black. Okay, so now we are ready for the black, and this is just apple barrel black. And let me shake that up. And for this, we need to be a little bit more careful than what the wipe would allow us. So we are going to go ahead and use I'm going to use a round brush. And when I get that into the paint, I'm going to roll it out. And that'll just help me chisel that tip, the end of the paintbrush, a little bit. And you can totally use a paint marker here. I don't know what it is, but I tend to just go for the brush. So they're just handy. I've got the paint markers behind me on a shelf, and the paintbrushes are right here in front of me, so I just tend to grab the paintbrushes. Actually, I'm lying to you because I know I have a black marker here on my right side. Do you know what it is with those paint markers? Sometimes to get them flowing is a pain in the patootie. So I don't know what it is, but when I'm trying to be cautious, I stop talking. In hindsight, I think I should have, and maybe I'll recommend to you that you paint this part first. So I'm trying not to get into the white area. Oof. I kind of liked how that looked. The little tips were left white before I got to it with the black, and I kind of like that. I've mentioned that I have this desire to paint one of these sets just black and white. So this would be kind of a little sneak peek of what that might look like. And I'm digging it. The only thing is I can't quite get to that right now. So I've got waiting in the wings the B set that I want to paint as well for you. I'm excited about that one. I'm going to do a little blinging with some rhinestones. There's 2 crowns in that bee set. You know, for like queen bee. I designed a couple of crowns. They're just little crowns, simple, but I want to go ahead and bling them up with some rhinestones, so I'm excited about what those are going to look like. So black and white home set is going to have to wait. I also have mentioned I want to do a yellow set. I guess if I think about it, I want to do a set of every color, but there's just not enough time. And then I'd have to part with them, and sometimes you just want to keep things all to yourself. I've got a little bit of black right there on the edge, and rather than grab a white bee, I'm just going to grab a small brush and come in and cover that up. And it'll be your secret, our secret. This tends to happen. You're trying to fix one problem and you cause another. Okie dokie. I'm going to just pick that up so I can get a better view. Looks good. I think I need a little bit more black along this bottom section of the E. And yeah, I think I went a little overboard with the S. It went into the white area a little too much. So no problem. Come in here. And the same with the little edge on that T. And of course, since I'm adding pretty much an additional coat of white, it's making the surrounding area not look as white. So now I gotta go back and do a little bit of touch-ups. Remember, the letters are going here, so you don't need to paint the entire area. Just the borders, the area that outlines the letters. Again, and I'm doing this because when I went in to kind of fix the edges, I added another coat of white, so it makes the other areas not look as bright. All right, here we go. We are ready for some gluing up of our home, our brown home letters. So we'll do this one first. And using Tight Bond Quick and Thick. Too much. I tend to go crazy with that glue. Not intentionally, it just, you'd think you wouldn't pick up that much with a finger, but it's about that much, but it's a little too much for these small letters. Try and be careful because I know that black paint is still wet. Use the score line as your guide. Oh, that looks so good. So good. Okay, now we are going in with the H. One of the things I love about these little sets is that you get a sense of satisfaction once you complete a little set. This particular sign is adorable. It's so quick to put together. Use the score line to help you. Nice, and last one. There we go. Doesn't that look fantastic? Oh, you put that with the H, the O, the M, and the E. Oh, looks so good. So good. All right, I was going to continue on with the doormats, but I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and start another session so that we can keep these separate. It looks so good. Please let me know if you have any questions. Share your creation with me from the Apothecary Cabinet home set. You can find me at Veronica at the Crafty Ladder. Actually, let me start over. I'm Veronica, and you can email me at thecraftyladder@gmail.com. You can also find me over on Facebook, so share your pictures with me. Love to see them, and please share any questions that you have. Let's chat. All right, so I will see you in the next session. We are working on the doormats next. Thanks. Bye.